So Star Wars finds itself in a bit of predicament right now because Solo opened up at 83 million, I think it was, which is for Solo a shockingly low number. I thought it was going to open up at 150 million. I was convinced, but it opened up less than Justice League. Justice League had horrible movies behind it that put a damper in everyone's heads as to it being good. And that showed that nobody cared about it because they had a very bad filmography leading up to it. Now, Star Wars, on the other hand, hasn't. But theories as to why. One, The Last Jedi is very divisive. I like The Last Jedi. I think it is one of those movies that's in extremes. The flaws are just horrible flaws, and the positives are great positives. So it's one of those movies that's literally on extremes. But that movie divided audiences, so the next movie after was going to suffer a little bit because of that. Not to mention they put it in May. And since it's not the 70s, I don't think May has the same impact. Because back in those days, there wasn't a lot of movies coming out at the same time. Not to mention there wasn't a lot of blockbusters coming out at the same time. Now we have Deadpool and Avengers right in between it. So people who see movies like twice a year already saw their two movies. So they're not going to go see a third movie. They don't want to spend money. Movies are expensive. It's people like me who sees a movie I see a new movie like every week are guaranteed to see it. So that's like the audience that mostly saw it. But putting it in May was a disaster. It's a horrible idea. So I think that, not to mention, I think Last Jedi killed it a little bit. Not to mention Solo, people were making a big deal out of it. They don't want to see it, blah, blah, blah. Personally, I don't care what. I just want to see Star Wars movies. They make a Solo movie. I'm not one of those toxic fandom obsessed people who are like, oh my god, I'm so mad, I gotta go boycott it on the internet. So stupid. That's the stupidest thing ever. If you're part of the boycott ban, you're an idiot. So what I think they should do next is, I'm down for the Boba Fett movie. Boba Fett is a character that you know nothing about. He just looks cool. I love Jango Fett. Jango Fett had an amazing part of a movie. Boba Fett, you know nothing. His existence in film has been embarrassing. He showed up, he got hit by a blind man, he fell into the Sarlacc pit. That is his legendary career. And he somewhat captured Han Solo. He didn't really. Han Solo more so got captured by the Empire. But so Boba Fett, anyways, Boba Fett is pretty much a new guy. He's a new guy story-wise that they can make a movie about. So I think that's a good idea. They should also continue doing stuff like that. Like, I would love to go back in time to the Clone War era again and make some new character, like Dirge. If you ever watch the old animated series, Dirge is a really big bounty hunter. Let's make some bounty hunters. That's what I would do. I'd love to make some bounty hunter films. Because not everything has to be Jedi, and Solo and Rogue One proved that. So I think they should go I understand the fear of introducing a character who hasn't had a name in some way, shape, or form, but they can take characters that have names that don't have large stories. Boba Fett doesn't have a large story. Lando doesn't need another movie. He doesn't need a movie. So blah, blah, blah. Get away from that. But I don't know. Make a Cad Bane movie. Cad Bane. He has a story in the Clone Wars, but he has a few episodes. You can make a movie about that guy. A very interesting movie about that guy. And they should make a hard R Star Wars movie. Not hard R, but rated R. I think rated R will pull in a lot of new people because it's something new and it will excite them on the idea of it. They're like, oh, we got to make it for families and everybody has to be able to see it. Make one that isn't. You will survive. They did that with Logan, and all the X-Men franchises PG-13. So that's where I think Star Wars should go right now. Is the characters that have a name, but no one knows anything about them. And to close it off, people stop boycotting movies. That's dumb. There we go. Those are my thoughts on it. Go see Upgrade. It's a great movie.